it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Foreman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here's Fields. And that's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. When you look at the Saints defense, this crew against the pass, issues at times, right? Number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Fields. That's complete right around the 8. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Foreman will take it in. Touchdown Bears. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And fighting down inside the 25. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, Raider 2. Express. Yes, sir.
Throwing now is Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Saints at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Carr's throw caught by Olave. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Carr to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. 3rd down and 10. On play action, it's Carr sliding out of the pocket. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, here's Fields. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Isaiah Foskey brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. On play action, Fields. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching them. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So that
everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. A run by Foreman to start the drive. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, here's Foreman. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Third and 2, Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. Taking it right down Broadway. Now inside the 25. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have got it back to within the score.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fields changing the play. Fields. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 14. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here we go.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Right.
Now it's Fields. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6. On play action, now Carr. That is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, son.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd and 10, Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, Bears! Deontay Foreman as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Your mind. 6:37.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Olave holds it in. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, here's Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And now Carr changing the formation.
3rd and 11.
7:34. Raider 1. That's it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught by a diving Thomas. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
That's it.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Here's 2nd and 3.
Kill. What's up?
Carr going to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Carr now to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Tyrann Mathieu showing off a bit on that stop. Really nice tackle for loss. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. And this will be caught by Mooney. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a play fake. Carr. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And now look at him go. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, 734. What's up?
Now Carr, got to have this one. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You blocked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is taken at about the 14. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Now Carr. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
What now?
For the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's into the clear. He may go. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Go. Go.
Another run on second down. Try to cover up. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Third down and 6. Fields now to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. This is Homer. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's the Bears who come away with a victory, and that's thanks largely to the play of their quarterback, Justin Fields, CD.